Hey guys, welcome to Proto Coders Point. Okay, so in this video tutorial, let's check out how to integrate YouTube videos in our Flutter application. So let's get started. So here I have created a demo app for you. So you can see I have four YouTube videos title over here with a URL. So this is the JSON file. So from this JSON file, I have just stored a list of items of my videos in this list view. So whenever the user select any item, the YouTube videos will get played. Okay, so let's check out. So when I select on an item, you can see a YouTube video is getting played. Okay, so it is taking time because of internet connection. Okay, so you can see, you can just pause, you can just control this video player. You can also make it full screen like this. Okay, so let's get started and learn how to integrate YouTube videos in our Flutter application. Okay, so to integrate YouTube videos in our Flutter application, we are going to make use of a library called as YouTube Player Flutter. So just go to pubspecification.yaml file and under dependency section over here, just add the package, that is YouTube Player Flutter. Okay, so after adding that, don't forget to hit this pub-get button so that we can just download this package as an external library in your Flutter project. Okay, so now you can make use of this package by just importing it wherever required. Okay, so before that, we will just go to main.dart page and let's understand how to make use of this package to show YouTube videos, the basic things. Okay, so over here, first of all, we need import YouTube player Flutter. Okay, and now over here I have my home page with a scaffold widget with a container over here, empty container. Okay, so first of all, we must create a controller for this YouTube player so that you can just make use of it to control the YouTube players. Okay, so let's create it over here. Okay, so you can just create something like this, YouTube player controller. Just give a name to it. I will just name it as YouTube YT control. Okay, and now over here YouTube controller. Okay, so here we must declare the initial video that you want to play whenever our YouTube videos get loaded. Okay, so here you just need to pass the YouTube initial video ID. Okay, so YouTube video initial ID is something that comes with the URL. So let me show you. Okay, so we'll just go to my channel. Okay, so you can see this is the video ID. Okay, so just copy this and I will just paste it over here. Okay, and that's it. So your YouTube controller is been created with the initial video that will get played. Okay, so here make sure that you are not passing the YouTube complete URL. Instead, you just need to pass the ID of this video. Okay, okay, so controller is ready and now we need to attach this controller to our YouTube player widget. Okay, so let's show our YouTube video player over here. So you can just do like this, YouTube player, and here just pass the controller that we have created. Okay, so let me run this project in my mobile device and show you. Okay, so now as you can see, our app has been running on my physical device and you can see a YouTube video is getting played on my device. Okay, so you can just control it by making use of this progress indicator and you can just make the video full screen if you need in your app itself. You can just handle it anyhow if you need. Okay, so there are some properties that you can customize in your code. So let me show you. So here there is a property called as flag. So if you want to make your video to be set to a default controls, like if you want to make the video autoplay at the beginning, or if you want to stop the autoplay, then you can just set it to false. So by default it is true. And if you want to make the video muted at the beginning, then you can just set it to true. Okay, so like this you can just customize your video player controller. Okay, so now we have learned how to make use of YouTube player package and how to load YouTube videos in our Flutter project. Okay, so now let's understand how to load this JSON file in our Flutter project and show a list of items, and whenever the user select any items from the list of items, the respective video should get played on our Flutter project. Okay, so let's indicate this as I have showed in our demo video. Okay, so for this we need to show these items in our Flutter project as a list of items. Okay, so for this, first of all, we must create a new Dart file. and let's me name this dart file as video list dart. Okay, so here in this dart file we will show all the list of items by fetching the data from this JSON file. Okay, so here let's import material.dart first of all. Okay, so stateless widget video list, I will just name it as. Okay, and now from this main.dart page I will just navigate the user to this page. Okay, so over here, yeah, so over here video list. Okay, so just ignore this part. Okay, so when this main.dart page loads, this video list page will get loaded. Okay, so here I want to show all the items that are in this JSON file in a list view. Okay, so let's work on that. Okay, so first of all, is this JSON file, I must give a permission to my project. You can just access this folder, this file. So for this, just go to pub specification.yaml file, and over here you can see there is a comment assets. So just uncomment it, and over here you must just give the path to access our JSON folder, JSON file, and you can just access all the files that exist in this JSON folder. You are just giving your project to access the file. Okay, so just add this and hit this pub get button. Okay, so now your project can access this file and JSON file. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so here let's create a function to read JSON file. So over here future and type of data we must declare over here, and then read JSON data. Okay, so the function will be of type async await. Okay, and now here we must declare type of this JSON data will return in future after reading this file. So in our case our data is of type list. So what I will do is I will just create a JSON data model, or you can say a data model. So I will just create one more file and name it as video data model, and let's create a class. Okay, so which I have already created. So what I will do is I will just copy paste the code over here. So I just named it as video data model, and as you know our JSON has ID, title, and video URL. So same thing I have created over here, ID, title, video URL. So this is a constructor, and this is the function that will convert our data in a JSON format. Okay. Okay, so now let's go to this list, and here list which will be of type video data model. Okay, now here final JSON data await root bundle dot load string, and we must read this JSON file. So we need to specify the path of this JSON. So our path is JSON file dot this. Okay, so JSON file video list dot JSON. Okay, so now this data will be read from this JSON file and will be stored in this variable. So now we can make use of it and show it in our app. Okay, so we must do it few more things. So list, we must decode the JSON data, JSON decode, JSON dot decode. So it is not taking the decode function. Let me check. Final JSON, yeah, JSON dot decode, and here we must pass the JSON data and we must convert it into a list. Okay, I will just keep it as dynamic. Okay, and now finally we must return this list. So return list dot map video data model dot from JSON, and here we just pass e parameter, that is the data which will just get iterated, dot to list. Okay, so now this function will just read the file from this JSON file and return a list of items to whichever widget this function is been called. Okay, so now let's go to the container and let's show our list view. So for this we will make use of uh, future builder widget, future builder, future read JSON data. Okay, so this data will come into our builder property of future builder. So here context data like this. Okay, and now here if the data has any error, so we must check if it has any error, then we must show a proper widget. So we will just return a container, a text widget at the center of our screen with the error. Else if data dot has data, then variable items is equal to data dot data as list of data, list video data model. Okay, so I'm just reading this data and I'm just storing it in this item so that I can make use of this and show it in our app. Okay, so now over here return list view builder dot build, and here item builder, so item count. So here items, if it is equal to null, then don't build anything. So just don't build list view, and if it is not empty, then list build the items dot length. Okay, so item builder, so here context, and here I will just initialize an index property. Okay, and then here return a card widget in which I will just show this item title in the card widget. Child text widget, here item of index. Okay, dot to. Okay, so I'm just keeping the UI design simple. Okay, so here is an error, so else statement, and so here. Okay, so here else I need to add return. So I will just show a progress indicator at the center if the data is not yet loaded. So here circular progress indicator. Okay, so let's run this app and let's check if it is working. Okay, so it is showing instance of this. Okay, so there might be some error in this. Okay, so I just got to know. So here item of index of title. Okay, so I want to show title of this item. Then I just forgot to add this title over here. So here dot title like this. Okay, so let's hot refresh and check. So you can see the item is been shown over here. Okay, so I can just give some customization. I can just change or height of this card, and I will just do it and update it. Elevation I will just give as 5. Okay, so over here I will just wrap it with a container widget so that I can just give a padding to our widget. So padding edge inside dot all, just give as 10, hot refresh. Okay, so you can see, yeah. Okay, so now whenever the user press on this any of this item, I want to navigate the user to other page, and I want to load the video on that page. Okay, so here what I will do is I will just wrap this card widget with a gesture detector widget, gesture detector, and here on tab I can make use of. Okay, so now here I will just print some data. So here item dot index dot title, video title dot to string. Okay, so yeah, so hot refresh, let's check. So you can see when I press on any item, you can see its URL is getting printed. Okay, so all I need to do is I just need to navigate the user to video player page where the video will be loaded, and I need to just pass this URL to that page. Okay, so let's do it now. Okay, so now when our user press, as I said, when our user press, I need to navigate the user to second page, the other page where our video will get loaded. So for this, what I will do is I will just create one more dat file over here, and I will just name it as YouTube video player page. Okay, so here material, let's import material.dart and create a stateful widget over here, and I will just name this class as YouTube video player. Okay, so let's remove this container and add a scaffold widget with body property at the center of our screen. Okay, at the center of my screen I want to play my video. Okay, so let's do it afterwards. So for now I will just keep a empty container over here. Okay, so now, as I said, when the user press on any items from this list of items, I need to pass this URL to my this page. Okay, that is YouTube player page. So here in YouTube, I need to accept this parameter. So here what I will do is I will just create a variable, and let me create it as YouTube URL. Okay, so with this I need to accept it in my constructor also, required this dot YouTube URL. Okay, so here it is getting error because I am making use of const over here. Yeah, okay, now I have a URL. I need to create a constructor by making use of this URL and play my video. Okay, so here let me create a constructor, YouTube player controller, sorry, not constructor. It can be a nullable YouTube controller. Okay, and now here in my init state overriding method, I can just initialize this controller. So I can do it like YouTube controller, YouTube player controller, and here I need to pass the URL video ID in this initial property of this controller. Okay, so what I can do is I can just create one more widget, variable over here, which will be of type string, and I will just give it as video ID like this. Okay, and now here video ID is equal to YouTube player dot convert URL to ID. So in with this package, you can just make use of this function to convert any URL and just get the ID of the video. Okay, so it will just split it and it will just return the ID of this URL by making use of this inbuilt function. Okay, so here I just need to pass this URL. Okay, so to pass this we can make use of widget dot YouTube URL variable. Okay, and now finally I can just pass this as an initial variable to this controller. Okay, and you can just set the flag as I said at the beginning of my video. So you can just autoplay the video, you can mute it like this, and you can just go to this repository or official website to learn more about these properties, and you can just customize it as per your needs. Okay, so now finally I can just show a YouTube player at the center of this page. So YouTube player, let's add our controller. Okay, and now let's go to this uh, list, and from here when the user press on any item, I need to navigate the user to our YouTube video player page and just load the video. Okay, so here I can just make use of navigator dot push, here material page route builder, and just navigate the user to YouTube video player page. Okay, so here I need to pass this URL. So I will just copy this and paste it over here. Okay, so now let me hot refresh the app and check if it is working. Okay, so I will just click on any item. Let's wait. So you can see the video is getting loaded. Okay, so let's run this swapping number video in app web view. Okay, so this is how you can integrate YouTube videos in your Flutter application. So that's all for this video tutorial. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe Proto Coders Point. Thank you.